I tell you what has truly shocked me. Truly shocked me. Two high-level politicians. Well, one's still politician, one ex-politician, but still probably heavily involved in whatever the heck goes on behind the scenes, going into real estate. And you just sit there and think, what the absolute... How that can make any sense to anyone on this island is beyond me.
Roger, you know, when I was 18, 19 years old, just getting my feet wet in the industry, I went to one of those politicians, and kind of like how me and you met and I explained what I was dealing with to you, same conversation with that politician, and literally the response to my face, and then now seeing him go into real estate with the same, I don't know if this is okay to say, but with the same organization that he said himself that, oh, they need to be more Caymanian based and they're cartel and this and that, completely shocks me. But it just shows that, I don't know, you just can't trust what everyone says at a time. I mean, I was quite young and naive back then as well, learning the ropes. But I mean, I don't get it.
It just absolutely floors me because it kind of devalues. Well, mind you, most of the real estate agents on this island have been doing other things before they got into real estate. I think I'm probably the only one who's ever, as a broker, actually started at 16 as an estate agent.
I don't think I know you are the only one.
Right. So
for sure.
So people flit around, but in terms of the politician side, the conflicts of interest that they're going to be encountering, it just creates a whole mess of everything. It just dumbfounds me. But the worst thing I heard was when he was on the radio, or one of them was on the radio, saying in opposition he couldn't afford the salary he was getting and needed to earn extra money, which is talk about a slap in the face to Caymanians. I mean, that is just taking the absolute piss out of everybody. And both, I mean, the one who's retired from politics has retired on an enormous stipend, or whatever the hell they call the bungs they get for having done a bit of a duty and turning on. I don't know. I just...
But also shows that all their years in service for the Caymanian people, what have they actually done then? Because they've never once said, how do we make this industry where a lot of expats are coming in, making a shitload of money? How do we get our own people into this industry and teach them?
Which is interesting because that is entirely what we're doing.
Yes.
So we ran an open house to get people aware of how to get into real estate, but not just people, Caymanian people.
Yeah.
And we've had other people who turned up at the open house for that purpose who weren't Caymanian. And we said, no, sorry, that's not what we're about. We want to be encouraging.
Well, hold on, because I don't want us to feel like we're discriminating against expats, because we do have a few, not as many Caymanians, but we do have a few that are on work permit. And I know our goal is always Caymanian first. But you do have those 1-2 expats that do.
But it's not discriminating, because there are roles and there are jobs that would take a lot of training, like valuation, for example. The amount of training that is required to become a valuer, you'd need to be starting to home grow Caymanians now into valuation to take over. So that it's not an anti-expat thing as much as real estate brokerage should be a Caymanian industry, a Caymanian profession.
And in that we agree, because, I mean, who better to sell the soil where you grew up from than Caymanian?
Exactly.
But that's what I'm saying. Instead of these years of service in politics, try to focus on building a pathway for teaching Caymanians. And we can't even speak about what we're doing right now because we signed an NDA. But
super exciting stuff coming.
Yeah, but we can't speak about, unfortunately. NDA is very serious. It makes me feel so important. But it's like, what the fuck were you doing with your time this entire time?
Do you know the worst bit? and this I don't know how much people are talking about this or not, but while they were in government, they could have made such a world of difference to the affordability of homes, to the choice for Caymanians in home ownership, to the way the things are handled. Now, every time we get an election comes round, people come up with new ideas and say, oh, we can do this, but they never do the damn thing.
Yeah.
And now they're going into real estate when they had the position when they could have made a fundamental difference, real difference.
Yes.
And that's just sad.
Yeah.
I just find it sad.
As a Caymanian who actually grew up like almost inspired by these gentlemen, and then to be literally lied to blank face when I was 19, and to now see what is happening now, 2025. It's very disappointing as a young Caymanian in your own country to see it, because it's like, whose side are you on?
Right.
Like, do you support your people or not?
Right.
Do you want to uplift young Caymanians or not? Or are you literally just in this because I can't afford and I need to make more money? So then it comes back to, it's about you then. It's not about what you signed up to do.
Right. And you sum this up beautifully about this island, where in most countries you get 80% of people trying to support you and 20% of people trying to knock you.
Yes.
And here it's the other way around, which I think was a very interesting description you put on the island. I wish people would realise that if everybody supported each other, 1 and 1 could equal 3. You could go further if everybody was actually supportive, as opposed to thinking, oh, if he does well, I can't do well, or I've got to defeat that to make that to do. And it so isn't the way.
Yeah.
We can all work together and lift it up and make the sum greater.
And that's the key thing too, what you just said. If we all work together, people are so money driven. Everything is about the dollar sign. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying like having money in your bank account is not important. But if you have good intentions, work together and collaborate with people, you automatically give yourself room to go up and elevate yourself to then make more money. It's not, no one should ever go into something with, I need more money now and I'm not doing work until you give me more.
Right.
And I just don't understand it. And like I said, I made more money at MyRealtor working on commission base compared to working for a bigger, well-known company. I never made the amount of money that I worked at a name brand company. That's what we call it, name brand? No, franchise, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, franchise company, big known franchise company compared to here.
Yeah.
The difference. But that's the difference between
it's
being
the difference
money.
between team and difference between being an island and
Yeah.
everybody working and stealing off each other and backbiting and all the issues that go with that.
Yeah, I mean, being pregnant as well, you know, I felt like I wanted to quit like 10 million times this last few months.
Yeah, but we've got a new realtor coming soon, haven't we?
I know.
Little Eva will be popping out and saying, I want to be a realtor.
Yeah. It's exciting, but no, it's been quite intense, quite insane. The last few things happened these past few months in terms of politics and what's happening in Cayman. And then not to mention as well, the government homes that they're building. You have over thousands and thousands of Caymanians applying for these government homes, but they only have a few hundred. Mm-hmm. How do they plan to, you know, so things like this, that these politicians that are now in real estate should have been focusing on trying to improve affordable housing, never did anything about it.
Right.
I have a good feeling about this new government in
I
it,
think
because I feel like a lot more people are getting ahead in terms of applying for these homes. So I've been hearing, I don't really know, but it's like...
Yeah, no, I think I've got a lot of faith in Andre and the team, and I don't think it'll be misplaced. I think they've got their heart in the right place.
Yeah.
I think their intentions are good, and I think that makes a world of difference.
I mean, they did a lot for the first few hundred days that they've been in.
The craziest thing, and this really amused me. So the first parliamentary session of Andre's government, one of the nice real estate chaps, who's now a real estate chap, who is a politician, may as well name him because there's only one guy this fits, by the way.
Who?
Kenneth Bryant.
Oh.
So he stood, or I presume he stood up. I was listening to it on the radio. So the very, very, very first parliamentary session, having been in power as deputy PM and caused the deficit, very first session of the new government, he says, what are you going to do about the deficit? Now, I've got to be honest, if I was Andre, I'd looked at him and gone, well, you caused the damn thing.
Yeah.
And you seriously are asking me that question?
Yep.
God help him.